Good morrow, my friends. I prithee learn from this video, perchance you ever tried to perform a slow negative leg press. Now, I'll turn the instructional over to Lord Brian. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the video. Now, whether you're looking for tips on leg press in general, whether it's fast or slow, or if you're looking for a new type of leg workout, either of those is going to be fine. Now, before you actually go into your slow leg presses, if you're going to use it as a routine, then I would suggest fatiguing yourself a little bit with your working sets. I would suggest at least 2 sets of your working weight, if not more, up to 5 or 6 sets, using your normal weight with normal speed, normal tempo of lifting. Now, the rep range that I like to generally use is 8 to 12 reps, whether that's regular or slow speed. And speaking of slow speed, I'm going to show you guys the slow negative, but I'm also going to slow motion it a little bit for you guys so I can go through and give you tips as we're going. Now, as far as foot positioning goes, it's going to change for every single person because everyone has different limb lengths as well as a different leg press setup. But generally what I like to do is place my feet somewhere in the mid to lower range of the platform, and I like to twist my feet outwards, pointing my toes outwards just slightly. I'm remembering to push through my heels. That is where I want to push. So if you need to put your feet a little higher because you have longer legs, or if you want to put them a little lower because you have shorter legs, whatever works for you, because everyone's form is going to be different, like I've been saying. Now, speaking of form, you want to find that spot where when you come to the bottom of the leg press, you feel the elasticity building up in your muscles and in your tendons of your knees and your butt, especially your butt. Just a little bit of your knees, but you want most of that tension to come into your butt, and then as you're coming up out of the hole, essentially out of the lowest portion of the leg press, you should feel this rebound effect that should help you start the motion of the weights moving up and get that momentum going, where then your muscles will take over and bring you into a lockout or close to a lockout. Now, I say close because when you're doing these leg presses, especially the slow leg press, you want to keep the tension in your muscles, so you don't want to go to a full lockout. You saw just now, I didn't go to a full lockout. I stopped right before my legs straightened out, and I'm going so slow that it looks like I paused, but I was actually just moving very, very slowly into the negative. Right now I'm doing super slow negatives, and then as I fatigue a little bit more, the negatives speed up, although you should always aim to keep those negatives very slow. I'd say something like 2 to 4 seconds per negative. When you're doing this exercise, you want to make sure that you're keeping the weight in your heels and not in your toes. A lot of people, for some reason, like to push off of their toes when they come to the bottom of a leg press movement. When you keep the weight in your heels, especially on this slower leg press, it's going to keep you more safe, and because you're going so much slower, you're going to feel it really fire your quads. Like, I mean, seriously, at the end of this exercise, your butt and your quads are just going to be like on fire, hot tamales, super cinnamon, tropical fury heat. And when you do this exercise, you're also going to want to hold yourself down to the seat. Grab those handles next to you and pull your ass into the seat. Those handles are there for a reason. It's not just for fun. It's to keep your ass against the seat so that you can use your hamstrings and not let your butt have a bit of a wink. A lot of times you'll see people not holding themselves down or not holding themselves actively, just kind of having their hands on the grips, and you'll see their butt comes off the seat every time they come to the bottom of the movement. Then your lower back and just everything is put into whack, and you're having to contract with muscles that you shouldn't, and you're just risking all this injury as well as not working the proper muscles. When you hold yourself down as well, try to think about loading your hamstrings just like you would with a squat, where you sit back and let your hamstrings feel that tension, and then when you push back up, your hamstrings are contracting, tightening up, which is helping you push the weight, because you're sort of thinking about pulling your heels down off the leg press down towards the floor, even though you can't do that, which is going to help you activate your hamstrings. The slow leg press is one of the hardest exercises you can do for a leg day, especially after you've already hit other compounds before, like squats or deadlifts or even other leg press sets. The challenge of continuing to go through repetitions slowly as the pain is building up, and you're feeling every single second of it because you're going so slow that you can feel the intensity of the pain increase, but telling yourself to continue pushing through that. That is where you really get to challenge yourself, and that's why I like this. It's such a hard test. And there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this form breakdown. This weekend I'll be in Denver with CT Fletcher, just to let you guys all know. Big J.